You finish the polite greetings. You ask how they are, what they do, maybe where they live. You get the answers. Now what? Then comes that heavy, empty silence. You both stare blankly, desperately hoping a text message saves you from the quiet. Running out of things to say isn't a personality flaw. It's not about how much confidence you were born with. Conversational endurance is a strictly mechanical skill. Like learning to play the piano or writing a clear email, it is a process that can be practiced and refined. By applying a specific 3-step framework, you stop being a passive participant in these awkward moments. You become the person who builds the interaction. Step 1 starts the moment someone hands you a basic fact. Say they tell you they went golfing over the weekend. A passive response like, "Oh, that's cool," kills the momentum. It gives the other person nothing to work with. You bypass that dead end by using an intentional question. Instead of stopping at the dead end, you ask where they usually play, how long they've been at it, or if they play competitively. Each answer creates new pathways. By asking the questions, you map the route the conversation takes. This keeps the interaction alive while keeping you in total control of the direction. While they answer those questions, your internal focus has to shift. Most people use the speaker's time to mentally script their next line. But when you focus entirely on your own internal script, you miss the most important details being shared. You need active listening, not just as a polite gesture, but as a way to gather the raw materials for your next move. Listen for 3 things: concrete facts, the emotion behind their words, and small contextual markers. These are the inputs you will use to keep the flow going. Most people don't listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. When you capture specific details from their speech, the pressure to invent clever lines disappears. Your next question is simply a response to the data they just gave you. Now you filter those details against your own experiences to find a match. This is where you find common ground, the point where your interests, values, or history overlap. Once you identify that overlap, you use your next question to steer the topic into that shared space. The interaction shifts here. You stop being 2 strangers trading facts and become 2 people exploring a topic you both understand. Once you are both talking about a shared interest, you no longer have to manually mine for the next topic. Suddenly, it stops feeling like effort. It becomes natural, fluid, and even fun. Finding this bridge allows the dialogue to sustain itself, moving away from the deliberate, mechanical effort of the earlier steps. Even with these techniques, some interactions will hit a natural limit. Some conversations just reach a stopping point. Silence is not a failure. It is simply a neutral, necessary pause in the natural rhythm of any conversation. Abandon the pressure to be endlessly fascinating or charming during these gaps. The secret to never running out of things to say is surrendering the need to be interesting and committing to being genuine.